So after you go through and install shortcuts a lot, in order to get the cutter set up in there, all you need to do is go up to this setting here for cutter, and you go to My Cutters, and then here you go to Manage Cutters. And your list will be empty. I'll just go ahead and remove that one for now. So you'll see that there's nothing in here at all. So all you do is go to unspecified, click on that, and you want to go to Graphtec, and then the model is CE6000. Select that, and then click Done. Let's do that again. So in here, you want to choose Graphtec CE6000, and the step that I forgot was right here. It says Add to List, so you just click on that, and then that'll put it over here, and then click Done, and you got that portion taken care of. The next thing that you need to go to is back up to Cutter, and then go to Cutter Settings, and these are the settings that you need to set up. By default, they're the same. The only thing that should be different with the default is instead of resolution being 1.0, you're just going to change it to 2, and then click Save. And then everything else in here should be just the way it is. If any of them are different than what you're seeing right here, just go ahead and change those to match these ones, and then click Save. Now, the last thing that you need to do is click on the cutter icon right here. And in here, you want to make sure that the CE6000 is selected, connection via USB. And don't worry about the auto detect or test connections. Those really don't do anything. The next thing you want to set is the cut mode. You want to have it set for origin point. And then I have this checked to cut only the selected things. And so I'll go over that in just a moment. So I'll go ahead and make sure that's checked. And then at the end of cutting, what I have it set up to do, what you saw when you guys were here, is in this drop down, I have it set to advance amount. And so that will spit out what was cut. And then I have it set to 2.2 inches, and that'll feed enough material out the front of it. So when you use that blade to cut it off, you're not going to be cutting into the design. If you find that cutting across that little spot that I showed you on the cutter board to cut it off to remove the material, all you do is just increase this amount, and then that will then spit it out a little bit further. So once you have all of that done, then just go ahead and hit cancel, and then those settings should have saved. If you click on it again and you go in there and the settings did not save, what you might need to do is actually put some material into it to actually send a cut to the printer or to the plotter, and then the settings should be saved at that time. Down here, you really don't need to worry about these ones. Just make sure that they are the same as what you see here. And then these other tabs, you don't need to worry about these ones. Those are for some other functions that you may not ever use. And then also make sure to uncheck if it's already checked. Use software settings and pressure. The cutter itself actually has those settings programmed into it. So you do not need to use the software settings in order to control that. So just make sure that is unchecked. If it's left checked, it may actually cut faster and with more pressure than what you need, which could actually cause damage. So we'll go ahead, and I'm just going to put a little box right down in here. And once you put your designs in here and you're ready to send it to the cutter, just highlight everything. Click on Cutter, make sure all the settings are set the way that they are on the screen here, and then just click on Cut, and that will send the file over to the potter to start cutting the design out. And then that should pretty much be it.